What is up, guys? I'm Daddy Gamer Fred, back again with another Pokemon Go news update video, and it seems like every day we're getting a new data mine and new updates to the data mine, whatever the case may be, but no official confirmation from Niantic, from the Pokemon Company, which is kind of worrisome, but it could kind of make sense why they want to keep this under wraps. Again, they're probably working day in, day out, all night, until the day this update is going to go live, because it's probably looking, everything that we find is making it even a much bigger update than where, again, all of this is speculation. It hasn't been confirmed, but every day that goes by, it's basically adding to what this Halloween event is potentially going to be, and also confirming, and the stuff that we're finding about Gen 3 is getting a little bit telltale that they're gonna actually imply it and put it in the game. Again, I'm getting my news from PokemonGoHub.com. I'm gonna have a link in the description below so you guys can check it out. But basically, they popped the cherry on the Halloween event, and actually what is gonna be in the Halloween event, because we do see a lot of stuff as far as this quote-unquote spooky hat Pikachu, or this costume hat Pikachu. We do see the Mimikyu hat for the Pokemon trainer. Then we see all these Gen 3 Pokemon again that are now have been found that they have shiny sprites for them as well. Now, a quick disclaimer: there are tons of shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Go's data that aren't available yet. So Pikachu being one, and Magikarp being one, that are available to the people being able to find it. Even Pichu and Raichu, you can get shiny in the game as of right now, but all the other Pokemon are kind of locked away, and I believe, I may be wrong, but my theory is that when these roll out, these are going to be locked away too. The fact that they're just data mining them is just hints that their existence in the game. I'm going to jump again into PokemonHub.com, and let's actually read what they have to say about this portion of the news update, because it is in two parts. I'm going to just jump into this one at right now. And it says basically, trainers, the client app is now downloading the following icons in the background. All Gen 3 Ghost Pokemon hinted in the loading screen, normal and shiny variants. Pichu, Pikachu, and Raichu normal variants with the Halloween hat costume, and the new Mimikyu hat again is in the game. It's probably locked again until this event goes live. It's gonna make all this stuff goes live. Hopefully that Mimikyu hat is free, that we can just download. I kind of want one, but I don't know if I'm gonna actually drop money on it. If we do have to pay for it, that'd be a bummer, but I'm really hoping we can just add it to our trainer. It says, with this discovery, we're expecting the Game Masters to be updated soon and show moves to the Gen 3 Ghosts, if they have any new moves. And again, then they go on the list showing the new stuff. Again, the Mimikyu hat. This is an image of Pichu wearing the Halloween hat, and Pikachu, Raichu, none that have shiny variants. So you could get that pipe dream out of your head. There are no shiny versions of these Pikachu wearing this costume hat. Then you got Celebi, again with the gold. To me, is the dope. I'm really hoping we do get to see these shiny forms, and it's not just locked away. Especially this guy right here, the Cyclops looking guy, looks dope in red. But again, I'm hoping that this is a sign that they're probably gonna release these in the game and give us a chance to catching these shiny Pokemon. To me, that'd be dope and exciting, especially if they're gonna be spawning more. It definitely gives a chance to not only evolve these guys, but also well, only this guy is gonna evolve, but to actually again, to have fun and try to hunt down a shiny. I think that'd be dope, and that would bring legs to this Halloween event, and to me will probably make it the biggest event that they had. Introducing new Pokemon, giving us a new hat Pikachu, giving us a new clothing, and if they do indeed include the shinies, to me this would be the biggest event Pokemon Go has done. Regardless to, the Mewtwo raids and stuff like that, I'm not counting the festivals like the Pokemon Go Fest and stuff as an event. I'm counting like the in-game stuff that everyone in the world had, a chance to participate in. I think this will probably be the biggest, over eclipsing over any event, hint, hint, eclipse. But again, let's move on to the second part of this news story, which to me is kind of not more interesting, but it is a heads up that Gen 3 is still a go. Gen 3 may not come on Halloween, but yeah, a lot of Gen 3 stuff is rolling out in the game, especially the data for evolutions. Now, Pokemon Go Hub, again, has the data chart. I'm going to be going over very, very briefly, very quickly. So if you do want to dig into any specific Pokemon evolution that I just breezed by, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go over all of them here because that would be, all day. I'm just going to go over the ones that spark my interest, and to me that are kind of like hints, that, they're actually, taking the Gen 3 evolutions to the next level. And to me, I enjoyed to see Niantic, seeing Pokemon, and actually treating it with respect. To me, I always thought that Pokemon Go was going to be a cash cow and, just be milked for money for the IP. But the fact that they taking the game and, evolving it over time and actually putting the time and care into it, to me, it's kudos to Niantic. Hats off to them for actually putting in this much attention to detail. Jumping into Pokemon Go Hub and what they had to say about Gen 3 evolution. It said Gen 3 evolution charts contains evolution requirements for all Pokemon species added to Pokemon Go in Generation 3. The Gen 3 evolution table is up to date to the latest Game Master file, last updated on October 19th. 2017, which is today, the date of recording, and holds accurate info. The table also mentions some evolution stages from past or future Pokemon generations. They're not hyperlinked, but their names are and typing are still there. Again, I recommend going and checking out this chart. I'm not going to be going over every single Pokemon, but as you can expect, the starters cost 25 candies to evolve into their mid stage, and then to evolve them into their fully grown stage. The third evolution costs 100, just like the starters in every other generation. So that's pretty cool, pretty online. Then we see a couple of these guys. I would expect them to be lower to evolve, but again, 50-50, that's okay, I guess. Especially if these guys are going to be common anyway, that 50 should be a breeze. And then we get our bug, which is going to be 1250 on his evolution. Very, very curious on, because he how you say his name, Wumpy evolves into these two guys, and I think it's a gender thing. I think if it's a girl, it evolves into Dust. No, if it's a guy, it evolves into Dust Top, and if it's a girl, it evolves into Butterfly. But I'm Beautyfly, excuse me. But again, I'm very curious on if that's how it's gonna work. I'm pretty sure that it is, but I would hopefully they clarify that and make sure it's 100%. Set in stone that's how that works. Let me know if there is Pokemon gender evolutions already in the game that is clarify this. I'm kind of think that there isn't, as far as gender wise Pokemon evolution, besides Nidoran and Nidorino. I think those are they have different dex numbers, so that makes them kind of different. In this case, they do have different dex. Yeah, they have different dex numbers, right? Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, they have different dex numbers, so I think it falls in the same boat. Low Toad, and this guy 25, then he evolves in level 100 to the dancing guy with the Saburo on. C-Dot 25 evolves into Nuzleaf, and 100 evolves into this dope guy with it says with a leaf stone. Oh shit, I didn't notice that. It says water stone that he's needed to evolve, and leaf stone. So hopefully we will be getting new items as well. That's kind of curious because Eevee evolves with these, these stones, and they didn't put them in the game because of Eevee. So if they do put them in the game because Gen 3 Pokemon, to me, are they gonna go backtrack and change the way Eevee evolves and make it that you have to have a stone to make it evolve into these creatures? I don't know. How is that gonna work? Are they gonna add the stones, or is it just gonna be 100 candies with with these Pokemon, and Eevee's gonna be an exception? I want to know. I want to see how that's gonna work. Our bird from this generation evolves at level 50. So does Wingull, one of my favorite Pokemon from Gen 3. Held me down for my playthrough, especially picking Torchic. It was my water Pokemon, and it being flying Pokemon too was my flying HM slave and my water HM slave. I'm sorry. Then continuing on, we get the hype beast. They're gonna want this guy right here, and she evolves level 25, level 100 to get her. Continuing on, you got level 50. A couple people at level 50. You got this guy, Slacking, which it's again my hidden gem of Gen 3, who I think is gonna be a beast and a problem in this generation. In Pokemon Go, he was one of my favorite Pokemon introduced in that generation. Continuing on, I want to know how this guy's gonna. How are we gonna get Shed Ninja? Because Shed Ninja in the game, you evolve him, and if you have a extra Pokeball, extra slot open in your team, you get both. You get this guy, and then you get the Ninja. I am hoping they kind of do the same thing. But again, that might be a pipe dream because again, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have 50 candies, 50 candies. I think they're gonna probably have a way that you can choose one of them with nicknames. Who knows? I think this one would be a great one to do a nickname thing with, but I could be wrong. Let me know if there's any references in anime to these nicknames that these will probably get, or if there is a way to, you think that's better to have them evolve probably with a stone or something, or with an item. Let me know in the comment section below. Continuing on, we got a 12 evolutionary candy state, and then 50, which for a third evolution, to me it's cool. Then you got 50, you got 20. Marrow's gonna evolve. No, this guy's gonna evolve into Marrow, and then evolves into this guy. I don't know why it doesn't show the sprites for them yet. Probably because it's not in this generation they evolve. And then a Nose Pass again evolves at level 50, but probably not in this generation. You got Skitty evolving into Decay. Wow, I want to know how they're gonna do Megas, man. Megas is one of the things that's on my mind and thinking about Pokemon Go. I'm curious about how they're gonna do Megas. Then this guy, the Rhyhorn clone. Then you got this guy with the 50 meditating guy, and then you got the wannabe Pikachu clone, but not really Pikachu, but look doper than Pikachu, electric Pokemon dog guy. And then yeah, these guys, the totally Pikachu clones for the third generation. Bumpy don't evolve, this guy don't evolve, Rosalina don't evolve, this guy evolves into a big Grimer clone with level 50. Then you got Sharpedo, which is gonna be dope. I want to see how he's gonna look in game. What you got, Sharpedo evolving level 50, you got Warmer, you got Warlord, all level 50. This guy level 50 with the volcano on his back. This guy don't evolve. This guy level 50, the spring Pokemon, which I hated. This guy, the drunken Pikachu, why not? Doesn't evolve. This guy, Flygon again, excuse me. One of my favorites in Gen 3, evolves, 25 level, 100 candies, just like the starters, which is pretty cool. 50-50, these two guys. Then you got another Pikachu clone that looks like he's probably going to be a regional exclusive. I'm wondering that too. How many of these Pokemon are going to be region exclusive? We're going to have to go to the moon and get this guy. I'm going to have to jump to the sun and get this guy. I'm kind of curious on how these if there is going to be regional exclusive Pokemon, I think that would make it kind of cool, kind of in a way where they would have to do an event where, you know, like they did Kangaskhan, and you know, that Pokemon will have to again be cycled through, you know, regions and stuff like that, how they doing the legendary beasts. I think that's cool. It gives people a motive to travel and play the game. It also gives people, you know, region wise, a, you know, distinctive Pokemon that other people might not have in different regions, and I think that's cool. Exclusivity is a dope feature of Pokemon Go. It's the same reason that people buy 2 different games in Pokemon, like in the original base game. You buy red, there's Pokemon in blue that you can't catch in red, and then vice versa. And I think that's dope. It opens the mind up for, you know, trading, and you know, wanting to again expand your playing field, maybe buy both games. I would hope in this case they introduce trading hopefully soon, especially with a whole bunch of these guys. And then again, a bunch of these guys evolve at level 50. Freebass evolving at level 100 with the prison scale. Again, it's kind of hilarious because that is exactly how it feels in game. You have to get it up to a very high level, I believe, with the scale to get it to evolve from this ugly fish to this, you know, beautiful water Pokemon. Then you got class form, which I'm wondering how they're gonna do the different forms of it. I think it's gonna be just kind of how they're gonna treat it, probably like a legendary, where they throw it in raid battles, and that's gonna be the only way you can catch the different forms. I think that'll be okay. This guy who you cannot see, who doesn't evolve, which I hated in the games when I played. Then you got the Ghost evolving at level 50. This Ghost evolves at level 25, which is dope because that would mean that, you know, we're gonna be during this Halloween event, if there are spawning more of these guys, we're gonna be able to bang out that evolution pretty quick. And then you got a couple more Pokemon who don't evolve. You get this guy who evolves to Wobbuffet level 50. This guy evolves level 50 again. One of my favorite Pokemon that I used in this 3rd generation playing, you know, in the Pokemon games. This guy, not my favorite. 25 evolves in level 100. Candies with 100 candies. I always say level. Then you got another one, level 50, which to me, hopefully, I think this is another gender split too as well. Let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong. Then you get, you know, everyone's favorite dragon, Salamence, and, you know, Metagross. Again, candies is kind of okay. You know, you got the 25 and the 100, just like the starter Pokemon. It's kind of okay. Kind of curious on how they're going to do the Reggie trio. I think, again, they're going to copy and paste what they did with the legendary dogs. To me, that'd be okay. Giving everyone a chance to capture these legendary trio. I'm kind of curious on how they're going to do Latios and Latias. Again, with that whole scandal being with them having the wrong gender. Hopefully they do fix that before they launch them in the game, but that's probably a long time from now because, again, they do have a lot of legendaries to go through. Again, even if, what's his name? Class form, if, you know, they got to roll out the form for him, roll out the forms for Deoxys, who I didn't even go over, roll out, you know, the Reggie trio, roll out Latios and Latias, roll out Kyogre and Groudon, roll out Rayquaza, roll out Jirachi, roll out Deoxys, and we still didn't get a, you know, a worldwide rollout of Mewtwo. Mewtwo is locked behind still exclusive raid battles. No word on Mew. Again, no word on Ho-Ho. So again, we still have a lot of Pokemon to go on the legendary side, on the mythical side, before we even see these guys. And hopefully they all get rolled out in due time. Again, if you want to check out this full list, again, go check that out on Pokemon Hub. Yeah, Pokemon Go Hub, PokemonGoHub.net. I'm gonna have a link in the description to check it out just in case you want to peek in, and definitely go over with yourself and prepare all the candies you're gonna need. And not to make this more long-winded than it is, I'm definitely excited about Gen 3. I feel like, to me, is it coming on Halloween? I wouldn't think so. I think what they're gonna do again is just go with the Ghost first, and we're gonna, have time to catch them. Hopefully have time to catch their shiny variants as well. And get this hat Pikachu too. I think they're gonna get these out the way and then roll out Gen 3 later. Maybe still happening all this year, but again, probably getting the Halloween stuff out the way and then Gen 3 towards November, which to me would be perfect, especially if they did roll out these ghosts and they gave them time to, update the game and fix any bugs potentially or any problems that are happening with these new moves that they're going to be adding in, because, word is they are adding a ton of new moves because Gen 3 added a ton of new moves and Gen 3 added abilities as well. So it's like what are they gonna do? Like a Pokemon gonna have new abilities in the battle system? Because if they are, one, that's dope, but two, like how is that gonna work and affect the battles in the game? Are they gonna have to turn off the gyms like they did before when they rolled out the new gym system? To me, I'm very curious on how it's all gonna roll out and play out, getting closer to the official release. And Niantic, come on, you're very quiet and we understand you got work to do, but let us know what's going on. I'm Daddy Gamer Fred on Instagram and Twitter. Like always, you can bring the conversation there. I'm the American Gamer in Switzerland right here on YouTube. And yes, I'm going to be doing a ton of these Pokemon Go news update videos. And hopefully they won't all be as long as this one. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on everything from this Halloween event to Gen 3 Pokemon evolutions. If I got anything wrong, please let me know in the comment section below too. Roast me on my incorrections. It's kind of funny when you guys do that. I am gonna see you guys on the next Pokemon Go news update video. Peace, and let's all enjoy Pokemon.